Okay, so about the crime, that's so-called fleeing and eluding. I'm going to tell everybody exactly what happened. Public record, everything. I mean, do whatever you want. Um, I was in Ohio. I left after I was illegally, falsely imprisoned. The judge let me out and he put me back on probation. They said there was a violation of probation. It did not happen. And I was in jail for 4 months. My grandmother died. I left. I went back to my home state and I'm partial resident here. And he put me on probation, back on probation, as if the time that I spent in jail did not count towards probation. I should have never been on probation to begin with. I should have never been charged to begin with. It's just bullshit. They're all working together. Dig it up, you'll see, you'll understand. Point the dots together. If you care, I mean, if you care, your life is your life. But there's got to be somebody out there that cares, that has time to do this or cares to do something like this. I mean, my life depends on it, but does anybody really care? I mean, uh, anyway, so he puts a capias out on me, a warrant for my arrest, and this is around election time. And I realized that they don't want me to vote. I can't vote here in Florida, they said, so I got to vote in my home state. I went to my home state. I was getting ready to vote. I voted. Not only did I vote, I worked the polls. I was in the back collecting the ballots, putting them in secure bags, zip tying them, giving them to bipartisan covert vehicles. We would place them in there and they would take them off to wherever they did. That's how my county did it. And I was pretty much the one doing that. I mean, there was a little team of us, but that was my volunteer work. I was doing this while I was supposedly on probation in Hillsborough County, Florida. Anyway, I didn't know that was November. I came back here for health. I have a terminal illness, as everybody is aware, and I came back here for health care, and I was waiting. That was around Christmas time. I was up north and St. Augustine and Orlando and family there. I don't have any family here in Hillsborough County anymore. There's just a couple, an aunt and an uncle. And that's another thing. Right now, I can't leave the county. I haven't seen my family for over a year. It's ridiculous. My mother's in Ohio. It, it, it's not necessary for all this. Well, back to the story. This other judge, Hernandez, had this warrant out for me. I was not aware of the warrant though, because I checked on Hillsborough County's website and the thing. I checked everything, and it was not there. So I got pulled over here in Tampa. I was hunted down. If they show all the evidence, you'll see the dash cam, his dash cam. He hunted me down. Maybe he just didn't like Teslas. I don't know, or maybe there's some other things that they got. Um, uh, Access to a lot of like cameras that nobody knows about, and they scan plates and stuff like that. But I came back on a new Ohio tag, so I'm not sure. Anyway, I pulled over, I complied, and I couldn't see that it was a police officer because it was like some different lights. It wasn't normal. Like, I don't even know what it was, what kind of car it was, or cruiser or whatever. I mean, I saw the video, but it was a body camera video. I didn't see the dash cam video. Anyway, my evidence shows that he hunted me down in a dark neighborhood. He pulled me over eventually. Said I failed to stop at a stop sign. This is not true. I'm gonna give everybody the information, the stop sign. Um, like I think I took a video of that as well, but it's on the hard drive. It doesn't matter. The point is that I pulled over. He was acting strange. I couldn't see him. He was blinding me with the flashlight. If you understand what happened last year, you saw a video that I have online. They arrested me. The deputy tased me. I don't know who this guy is. He's got like a badge. I can barely see anything. I did comply with him though. I was concerned, But after some time, he came back and we were talking, and he's like, he never told me I was detained. He never told me I was under arrest. He just told me to step out the vehicle, and I told him for what. I asked for a supervisor, wait for a supervisor. He never told me anything. He just told me to step out the vehicle. This exactly happened last year when I was beaten, tased, and jailed for something I didn't do. Um, it's going to be a repeat of this situation again. So, everybody knows I have a Tesla. All right. So, he opens my door and starts grabbing my arm. And I'm like, hey, what are you doing? So we're fighting with the door, like, hey, and I'm trying to close the door, and my car takes off. Okay? Car saved me. Car saved me. That's all I can say. Okay? And all I can think about is, I don't know, is that it witnessed what happened last year, and maybe it took some action. There's artificial intelligence there that we're not aware of. I don't know. And maybe it thought I was being carjacked. That could be the case. Or being kidnapped, because I was kidnapped last year. So who knows? That's what happened. So I got down the road, I waited, nobody came. I waited for hours and hours and hours, and I'm like, wow. I was parked at a public spot. So I decided I'm going to go back up north. I don't want to deal with that shit. So I made it up there to St. Augustine. And like I said, I was there before I came here, like a couple days before, a day before. Yeah, the day before. This was on New Year's Eve day. Um, I made it up there. And I charged my car at a Buc-ee's station. And then I got out, and there was an arrest. Like, there was a lot of people there, so they arrested me. And I got extradited back here to Tampa. And they charged me with that crime after I was arrested on it was a VOP. They arrested me on a VOP because there was a warrant for a VOP. They charged me with that crime. So that's what happened. Aggravated fleeing and eluding. I believe the statute is Florida State Statute 316.1935 alpha is what they charge me with. I believe so. I'd have to check. But anyway, high speed fleeing and eluding. They're basically like an O.J. Simpson type of case. Like, you knowingly, willfully, and intentionally fled while sirens and lights are activated during the pursuit. Like, you were notified to stop. None of that happened. I wasn't. There was no pursuit. There was no nothing. You know what I mean? They charged me with this crime. There's no pursuit. Okay, no, there was no pursuit. I pulled over. I complied. I mean, that's the case. So I came, and then I can deal with it. The VOP. I got a bond. I paid the bond. I'm sitting in jail, and that's where the story picks up from before, where now there's two people, public defenders that were assigned to me that I never met, and they're already working in the background on it, and they kept me in jail for 4 months. 5 months. 5 months. 4 months after my bond was paid, so 5 months in total. Then I was able to fire one of them after the doctor found me competent. I fired the public defender. And they argued. I had to object so many times. The judge almost put the PD in jail. So I got out on this extravagant bond. It's very high and a GPS monitor. I mean, I don't have a criminal record. This would be my first charge. It's ridiculous. Anyway, that's what happened. That's how I went into jail. Then I got an arraignment and a bond and all this stuff, and the PDs came in, and that's what they're doing. So I have to sit and wait. I'm very sick. I'm very sick right now, and nobody. My ex-wife was right. Nobody give a fuck. Nobody cares about me. She's right. She's right. She is absolutely right. Nobody gives a fuck about me. The only person that cares about me is me. And I kind of, the only reason I care about me is my daughter, who I haven't seen for 6 years, and probably I'll never see again. I'll never see my cats again. I mean, why is my ex-wife so vicious against me? I pampered the girl. She wouldn't have the life she has right now if it wasn't for me. She has a good education. She's living in my house. It's bought and paid for, oversized for her and her little new family. I don't know who this guy is either. And this is it. I'm gonna sit here and complain. I'm not gonna waste my last time. It's like, anyway, that's that.